do the presentation. We can just have a discussion around everything.
Mm-hmm.
So over to you, you are the moderator.
So, good evening, welcome to FTkEagle's mentorship. I'm really humbled to be part of this great and awesome transformational mentorship. Why am I saying so? You know, being around people teaches you how to interact, which is a very vital skill that you can never have. Either if you're an entrepreneur, you are working, these are very vital skills that we pay for when getting. And FTK mentorship is providing these skills on your bosom, which is very vital and very important that we take advantage of this moment. So at this particular time, I'll give the platform to one of our mentors, who is FTK herself, to come on the podium and introduce herself.
Thank you very much, Solomon. We're used to calling you Tim Solomon from the other podium. Thank you very much. It's a great honor to be here and to be one of your mentors. That will be kickstarting this program with, of course, with other mentors on board. But right now, I should say I'm one of the mentors, and we have also Rizwana Khan as one of the mentors on board. So I want to welcome everyone, and I don't know how long I'm supposed to say these welcoming remarks, but just feel at home and be open-minded, and let's interact, let's learn. I was very elated when I was told by Solomon that this can come to life, this mentorship could come to life. There are people who are really eager to have this kick-started. So here we are. This is our own brainchild. Let's interact, ask as many questions as you can for you to learn before we will get to allocate everyone else a mentor, at least in this week that we are beginning. So I would want to pass it on to my fellow mentor, one of the mentors, Rizwana Khan, to introduce herself, and then we'll pass it over to you, the moderator. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster. Thank you very much, Felicitas, for the brief introduction. I'll turn my video on very shortly, so I want to find a proper place to sit. So my name is Rizwana Khan, and I am one of Felicitas's mentees, and also interested to be part of this mentorship program, either as a mentee or as a mentor, but whatever knowledge that I may be able to share and also learn from everybody, this is what I'm looking forward to with the mentorship. So we all know each other from the Toastmasters, where I currently am the president of the Lusaka Executive Toastmasters Club. And I think we've known each other now for at least 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. And we joined in Toastmasters, which has been a very fruitful journey thus far. Back to you, Felicitas.
I'm not sure if she concluded, but I would want to say over to you, moderator.
Yes, she concluded. So thank you very much, Rizwana Khan, for that introduction. At this particular time, we want to know each other. Katema, can you kindly introduce yourself so that we get to interact?
Good afternoon. My name is Katemama Pesho. I live in Kitwe and I'm 19 years old. I'm really excited to be a part of this mentorship because I believe and I know that the mentors in this mentorship program are people who are experienced, and I'll learn a lot from not only the mentors, but everyone else who is a part of it. Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Katema, for that introduction. Kennedy, you can kindly unmute yourself and introduce yourself.
On a point, moderator.
Yes.
Perhaps you should have included the style of how they should introduce themselves. You could have kickstarted and say what they do. And if those that are able to unmute and open the video, even well and good. You could say what, just include what they do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, my mentor, for that. So you can kindly introduce yourself by telling us your name, what you do, where you're at, and maybe what you love doing. So over to you, Kennedy, if it is possible, if you can open your video, if it is comfortable for you.
My name is Kennedy Mtalekampamba. I live in Lusaka, and at the moment I'm working. And what I love doing, I'm a singer and a writer. I write songs. Yes, and I just want to say thanks for the mentorship class that I've joined, because I believe I'll learn a lot from different mentors and from other people. That's what I had.
Thank you very much, Kennedy, for that introductory. Laurita Chikondi, Madam.
Apologies, may you please come again on the question?
Yes, you can introduce yourself.
Yes, my name is Loretta Chikundi Chitobemwale, an eloquent Toastmasters member from Malawi in Blantyre, and I am currently a finance officer intern with the Public-Private Partnership Commission under the Digital Malawi project. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I can really attest to the fact that you are indeed an eloquent Toastmasters, just by the speech.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So let me see. Brian Mutonga. Brian, we can't get you.
Hello.
Yes, we can now get you.
Yeah, I'm Brian Mtonga, a student at the University of Zambia, the first year. I'm interested in entrepreneur, and I'm currently an entrepreneur, but not so conversant. And I'm happy to be among the great minds, the great leaders. I'm humbled to learn. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Brian, for that introductory. I think right now we're done. My mentor, you can kindly take it up. The people that are on board have introduced themselves.
Thank you very much, everyone. No, I think I I might have missed it, but I didn't hear Vines.
Ooh.
Vines, Sakala, and yes, Vines. And Kennedy did?
Yes, Kennedy did introduce himself.
Vines.
Sorry, Vines, I was checking the names down and I'm surprised did not see the name. You can kindly introduce yourself.
Good afternoon. My name is Vinus Sakala. I'm currently in Kitwe. I'm a third-year student at the Copperbelt University pursuing my BSc in pure mathematics and currently trying to start up a business. I make handmade kitenge earrings as well as I do people's makeup. I love to sing. I also do a bit of graphic design. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing your designs. Over to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for those lovely introductions. And I'm sure as we go on, we'll get to know each other better. Yes. For some of you who happen to be in the same group, or perhaps you'll be one-on-one with your mentor, but we'll still be touching base on this platform and just having our feedback and review. So I'm sure we'll get to know each other better as we meet often. So to kickstart this, I perhaps wanted to share a presentation, but I'm not too sure if I should go into it looking at the number. Mr. Moderator can guide me, or we just have a discussion around what your expectations are in this mentorship program.
So what you can do is that you can pass through it because it is being recorded. I'll see to it that the recording is shared to all the people that are in the group.
Okay. Okay, so you can make me host so that I share the presentation. And then I'm sure questions can come after the presentations, the same presentation. Okay. So,
yes, I've made you host.
Thank you. Okay. Okay. You can see my screen?
Yes, yes, we can see it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So the first time I did this presentation on the platform where I believe everything must have culminated into this, why we are doing this mentorship today, was that I was asked to present a mentorship presentation on mentorship on the Valor's platform. So maybe some of you were there, or I believe some of you could have not been there. It's still okay. So I decided to change this presentation a bit to just so it falls in place with what brought us here. So mindset transformation. What is mindset transformation? Basically, success begins with the mindset, and not only success, but I want to believe that everything else begins with the mindset. In the mind, that's where we birth the ideas, we have the dreams and our goals, and formulate any other plan that we want to embark on. It begins in the mind. So we can't talk about mentorship without touching that aspect of ourselves as a mindset. And I like to say that a mindset is actually just how you view the world around you, or how you perceive things around you. So how do you look at things around you? How do you translate what you see? That is what I would liken the mindset to. And not to go into so much of definitions, that is just trying to explain what mindset transformation is. Because as you accommodate some of the things that come to you, as we accommodate some of the things that come to us, we always have to transform our mindset to suit what we want to achieve. So believe me, you won't even need this. This presentation will be given to you. You won't even need this definition, if you may like. It's just basically saying a shift or a change in a process in thoughts, beliefs that will involve you adapting to a positive perception and ways in order to attain meaningful improvements. So that is for individuals, for yourselves, for teams as we are, and for organizations. What are the benefits of why you must change or have that shift in your mindset? You become aware of yourself. You will know your strengths. You will know your growth points. I don't like to say, I know that we will say weaknesses, but it's better we say growth points, because then you can work towards improving on them. And opportunities around you, and anything that is in your environment. Also, it helps you to become motivated, self-motivated. It is very difficult to just inculcate a culture of having self-motivation, but it calls for discipline. And once you set to do something, I'm sure that with discipline, you discipline your mind, you become a self-motivated person because you know what you want to do. Goal-oriented and resilience. You will focus on your goals, set your goals, make plans. Don't just kick in all directions. At the end of it all, you will find that you haven't achieved anything. But when you set to do something, you will see that you will be able to achieve something according to your plans. And suffice to say that when you are doing these goals and plans, there are challenges that will come your way. A lot of them actually. So don't ignore them and don't give up. Don't let them, those setbacks, don't let them make you fall forever. Fall a bit and re-strategize, then you become resilient. You will also be able to interact with positive-minded individuals or group like we are now. Most of us are here because we set to develop ourselves, our personal growth. So this is why we meet. We talk about us meeting in Toastmasters. It's one of the platforms. We talk about us meeting in this mentorship group. It's one of the platforms, church, social groups, and groups that will benefit you the most when you decide to stand on what you want to do. So what has brought us here is mentorship. How do you sustain a mindset shift when you set to say, I want to change myself, or I want to be a goal-oriented person, or I want to focus, or I want to be serious with straight A's in school, or I want to be, be more likable, or I want to do something that will attract people to me. Whatever you set to do, you need to sustain that, because basically just making that choice and not doing anything at all won't get you anywhere. So there are ways in which you can sustain the mindset shift. One of them is mentorship. And mentorship happens in so many ways. Planned, like we are doing. This is a set program that we are starting. And also unplanned. You find that there are people you look up to, and you just tell them, I think I wouldn't mind you mentoring me, or without you mentioning, it goes on, and you find that in the process, there's that mentoring because you look up to them and you always seek for their direction and guidance. There's also mentorship by books. You can also get to read so many books that are written. For example, if you say you want to be a goal-oriented person, focus on your goals and how to formulate them and how to stick to them. If you find books around that just talks about you focusing on your goals, you find that that is, in a way, is mentorship in itself because you'll be guided by what is written in those books. And also coaching. If we draw the distinction between coaching and mentorship, coaching is one that is a short and a structured program, basically with an intent that by the end of you finishing that program, you must acquire a certain skill or you must be able to attain something, a certain, achieving a goal. That basically is coaching, and it's short-lived, and basically you basically don't have a relationship, that kind of relationship socially with your coach, because their business will simply be there to just make sure that they show you what to do. Whereas in mentorship, you are not shown what to do, but you are guided on what to do. So that is the distinction. A coach will show you what to do and how to do it, but a mentor will make sure that they guide you because they don't want to lock you up in doing something that you didn't intend to do, but that they understand that this is what you want to do. Okay, I was trying to admit some people. So, and collaboration. So how do you collaborate and how does that help you to sustain your mindset shift? You tend to partner with those that are in the, like I had, is it Brian or one of them? Yes, must be Brian, who's a musician who sings and writes, if I'm not mistaken. You will find that maybe you will collaborate with other musicians if you want to do something on a certain project. That is more how you achieve something bigger. That is collaboration. And for those of you like Vines, you'll find that perhaps on this platform, there's a person like Loretta from Malawi, who you collaborate with and say, oh, can you advertise this for me? Knowing that Loretta also has a passion for authentic designs and something like that. This is just an example I'm setting out there so that you understand what I mean by collaboration. It's simply just joining and partnering for an intended purpose that you have the same, you want to achieve. Okay. So we'll concentrate on mentorship because this is why we are here. So what we're basically doing is us getting into mentorship is we want to sustain that mindset shift. We want to sustain that decision you've made that you want somebody to guide you. You're not sure what to do in this area. You are not sure what to do in your social interactions, or you want to be more a good communicator, public speaker, and the like. So we now go into the power of mentorship. There's a saying by a famous writer, John Crosby, and this saying it's everything about mentorship, because it says mentoring is a brain to pick, an ear to listen, and a push in the right direction. So who gets to pick up the brain? The brain is you, and the brain is also your mentor. So it makes up mentoring. Both a mentee and a mentor makes up that brain that is picked, and an ear to listen, because from both ends, the mentor must be able to listen to you, and you as a mentee must be able to listen to the mentor. And it's a push in the right direction, because then you'll be working towards the goal of that mentorship. So this is what I said was more about mentorship, but I won't want to deny you this. I'll go through it. visualize mentorship in the same way that gardeners do their gardening. They will plant those seeds, and those seeds will need to be nurtured. They need fertilizer, they need manure, they need water, they need sunlight for them to flourish. So equally, this scenario is the same as what happens in mentoring. Your mentors do not just pour into you or do not just pour into their mentee, but they'll also serve as a light in the path. They will also illuminate all the possibility of you, the mentee, becoming the best version of yourself. I'll add that they'll also water you, the mentee, with opportunities. They'll water you with opportunities. And they'll also fertilize you with guidance. They'll show you all the possibilities. They'll fertilize you with the possibilities also. So just like as a tree will bend towards the light, it is your responsibility as a mentee. This I would want you to take home. If perhaps you will forget everything that will be said today, I want you to take this with you, that it is a responsibility of you as a mentee to bend towards your mentor if you desire that growth. So just like a plant is going towards the light out there, out the window in the picture there, this is how you as mentees must also demonstrate to your mentors that this is what you are doing. Because if you are going the parallel way, then I'm sure the growth, the desired growth won't happen in that process. For desired growth, you as a mentee, you have the responsibility to bend towards your mentors. You will be allocated mentors, but if you do not utilize these mentors, or perhaps if you do not give feedback to your mentors, the relationship just becomes in the name that there's a mentoring here. You will not get the desired growth out of it. And like I said, I would want you to be as open-minded as you can, because you can set out a mentorship to be based on certain goals or parameters, and you end up learning other things that you didn't intend to, but they'll benefit you anyway. So be as open-minded as you can when you are being mentored. So like you would ask, where do you find these mentors? So for us here, I'm sure this question is answered, because of this program, we're trying to allocate and find the right, perhaps, mentors for you. But I mean, I would want to hear from any of you, without pointing out anyone, how they found, if they've been mentored before, and how they found that mentor. It would be a good time for us to interact on this one, just so we have it, we all learn. So I'll open it up. Mr. Moderator, you can guide the audience.
So we can, if you have ever had a mentor before, how was the experience? How was the experience? You can kindly feel free to unmute yourself.
Okay, Rizwana here.
Yes.
Okay, so I will be able to share very briefly on 2 mentor experiences. So I think Felicitas can attest to the fact that I always sang about having a mentor and looking for one. So this really does speak to how I went on the journey of looking for a mentor. I always used to ask myself, where do I find a mentor? Who can mentor me? And of course, in the journey, you get to understand that you'll find the mentor depending on exactly what area of your life that you are, what area of your life do you want mentorship in? It could be career-wise, it could be if you're married, maybe on marriage, or depending whatever area of your life that you want mentorship on, there's always somebody there. You just have to really have your eyes open. So for me, the first mentor that I had an experience with was in 2020. I was assigned with a mentor who is in Tanzania, and she was assigned to me based on my professional, sorry, not my professional, but my journey in the Toastmasters club. So she is current in Toastmasters. We have what we call pathways, and those pathways are guiding processes on how you can complete your courses or the tasks that we're given in Toastmasters to develop your skills in speaking and communication. So she was doing the same program that I was doing, and that's how I was assigned with that mentor. So of course, there's a template that's given to you beforehand, just to find out what are you looking for in mentorship, where would you like to go, where are you coming from, so that when whoever needs to assign you, if you're on a mentorship program, you are assigned based on those different elements that you give input in. So then from then on, I joined, or should I say I applied to be part of another mentorship program here in Zambia, and it's called When Females Lead. So it's a mentorship program specifically for females and uplifting each other, uplifting women. And based on that program, I was assigned with a mentor that was who was kind of in my line of work, or in my career path, or something similar. So I was assigned because of where I've come from in terms of my work experience and what other elements I had given input to the program. So that's how I found my mentors, or that's how I was assigned. I hope I've answered the question, Melissa.
Yes,
Solomon,
you
I hope
have.
that clears. Okay.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have, and you've really shared. So you've shared both aspects that I talked about, like where do you find these mentors? So you went on your search because you made up your mind that you wanted a mentor. So this also speaks to what we talked about sustaining that mindset. You needed a mentor to guide you. And you found a mentor. You found a mentor in that program and also in the other program. So anyone else that could share, if there's anyone else?
And just to add again, the thing is, like, for the first mentorship, I was not necessarily looking, like I wasn't making efforts on my own to go door to door knocking for the mentorship. But I think because my mindset, I had already shifted my mindset to say I need a mentor. So already programs started opening up where I was given that opportunity to gain that mentorship. And another interesting thing that I heard a few months ago is that books can also be mentors, depending on how you read them or what type of books you like. They can be seen as like a mentor to your life. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Rosanna. That is very elaborate and helpful. And like you said, you didn't go door to door, but because of your interaction with the like-minded individuals, like I said, when you make up your mind, then you find that you found yourself in Toastmasters, and you found that it's a place where people desire to grow their personal, to advance in their personal development. And that's how it led you to finding that mentor. And also career. In your career, once you enter that profession, you will find that, so let's not think about this mindset as something that you always have to sit down and say, let me shift my mind. No, but sometimes, actually most of the times, it's by what we do. For example, you found yourself in this profession and you have to advance in your career. If you just get that degree like you did and you got your first job, and just then what? You continue just working. You need to advance, and the edge, you have that edge. If you want to advance career-wise, career progression, then you start to fill the gap that you need somebody to guide you. So it's basically you filling in that gap that you know that you need somebody to guide you. So if there's no one else to share, we can proceed. I know we'll open this up after the presentation. So the benefits of having a mentor, like what Ruzwana has said, she learned a lot, and you know, she's using that knowledge. You might not use it just there and then, but it's through your everyday experience. So there's knowledge sharing in that mentorship when you find a mentor, and broaden the professional network. You start networking with people of you know, of the same profession or even other professions. It just opens up, like she said. Doors just open up, and you find yourself here and there, and you know, you advance like that. Then they provide you with encouragement. A mentor will always provide you with encouragement, no matter what you go through. They will help you also with advice. Suppose you want to make a big decision. Sorry about that. Suppose you want to make that big decision, maybe to move from one profession to the other, or the other day we were just discussing this informally with Solo about his intention of how he sees his future 5 years from now, what he wants to do. And I was there just suggesting this and that, and then telling him that when he's ready to make that move, I'll perhaps be there to guide him and say, okay, so approach this, approach that. So that's basically what your mentors can do for you. And obviously that in the end must help you to improve or to boost your productivity. And they'll make you as a mentee shine, because you know, when you have somebody to account to, somebody holding you accountable, I doubt that you can want to lead your routine life the way you are leading it without a mentor. If you get a mentor, they'll put you on your toes, yes, but definitely this is just, in the end, you are the one that will shine as a mentee, and people will look to you and say, what has happened to you? You've really, you know, changed, and you're able to do these things without struggle, or you have these linkages, and oh, it's because of the influence that the mentor has on you. Okay, so then in the end, we just want to say that you must be able to stand on the shoulders of a giant, and get yourself a mentor. And I'm sure and happy that all of you here on this platform, this is what you are looking up to do today. So you see this person in front there is pulling this middle person, and this one is pulling this person, and it can go on like that. So you have the mentor there pulling the mentee also pulls the other mentee. So when you get a mentor, don't just say it's just me that should benefit and I should not pass on this. No, if there's somebody that looks up to you, always endeavor to make sure that you pour into them as well, and you also become a mentor to them. So, and this is where I end this presentation. I want to thank you very much for your attention. Over to you, moderator, if you are allowing questions, contributions. Over to you, Mr. Moderator.
Thank you very much for that awesome presentation. At this particular moment, we're going to allow some questions. Are you having some questions? How our mentorship will be conducted? Any questions?
And this could be questions on how the mentorship will be conducted, or even just on the presentation. We can allow for another 15 minutes, since we started about 20 minutes late, 15 minutes late. So please feel free to ask all those burning questions.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Brian here.
Yes, Brian.
Yeah, the presentation was very well. The start is just awesome, and I'd love to know on how we are going to be assigned the mentors, and then like when are we intended to start? though this is a start already, but the individual or team mentees on how the assignment will be.
Thank you very much, Brian, for that question. I'll allow our mentor to answer that question.
Thank you very much, Solomon. And I want to commend you for managing the process. Yes. So those Google Forms that you were filling in, your details and information was taken in, and the pairing and assignment to your mentees will start, or it has started, it's in process. So this week, perhaps we should just let it say by Thursday or Friday latest. Even before that, some of you that you indicated, and we have a mentor with that same, who's experienced in that field, will allocate you in no time. We'll give you the numbers for your mentors. We'll equally give your mentors your details so that you can connect. And we'll be having the review. We won't have this review this coming weekend. We'll allow for 1 week. We'll have the review next weekend, so that we see how it is going. But because of that platform that was created by Solomon, feel free to always air your views if perhaps something is not going on. I'm on that platform. So you can also equally just, if you don't feel like saying it on the open, you can also just inbox me. We can get talking, and also reach out to me anytime. Reach out to Solomon if you want to have my attention on anything. I'm available. At this time, I also want to recognize the presence of those that have come in without introductions. I think William, we had William. I'm not sure the other person might have fallen out, but we also have Mwansa Chiengi, one of the mentors that has just joined in. Okay, so we have Larato saying, add me to the group. Up on that. Solomon will say more on why Larato is not in the group.
I think when registering, Madam Chikondi, I think you used the other line, because I've added you almost twice. So I'm questioning myself now. Is it that I'm just thinking about your line or what?
Oh my goodness, which contact number? Oh my gosh. Okay, let me try to write it down on the screen, and then we'll see if that was the contact number used.
Because the one I used to communicate with you is the one I passed on to Solomon. And he was so sure that you are already there. And then I didn't want to argue. I said, okay. So he will pick it up. Okay, so you will pick it up from there. Okay. Do we have any other question? Larato, I eagerly want to see you on camera, to see the face behind that pretty DP that you have.
Okay, ma'am, just a moment.
Any other question? Mr. Kennedy Kampamba, are we good? Is this something you were looking forward to?
Yes, ma'am. I've already asked a question. I've just write a message.
Okay. Moderator, please pick up the questions in the chat and you can pass them on to me. Oh, so you're saying, I just want to know the time the mentorship class will be starting. Okay, so bearing in mind that your mentors also have got other things to do, and obviously you have other things to do, you need to agree. There will be an agreement between you and your mentors, filling out your goals, and you agree on when it's appropriate for you to meet. We'll have no control on when you should meet with your mentor and what time or which day, but it will have to suit into it will have to suit into your program. It will have to suit into your schedule, both you and your mentor. That's all I can comment on that. So it won't be, the only thing that will have control over me and Solomon would be the feedback from you, and perhaps just this routine that we'll be having meeting, which will be without the mentors, of course. Okay. So there's Vinus also. You're welcome. Is there a specific duration for this mentorship program, or is something that is ongoing? Okay. So basically, because we are approaching towards the end of the year, we said that we could do this for 3 months, from now up to December, for 3 months, at least second week of December, so that we allow for the festives and that busy periods. And I want to say that if this doesn't suit into your program because of exams or school, mentorship must be very flexible. You will agree with your mentor to say, okay, we'll take a break for now, because of this, which we have, and you can schedule to continue at your own time. What is important is communication. You need to set this communication with your mentor so that you don't have the mentor coming back and saying the mentee you allocated me is not responsive, and you as a mentee coming back and saying the mentor doesn't understand. So we would want you to be open to your mentor, and also as we orient some of the mentors that we have who are not coming from our own Toastmasters, because we have other mentors that are coming from across borders also, and they are none, we mixed it up. Just like you are, most of you, I think there are only 2 people that Toastmasters, if I may. Yeah, I think there's just Marshall and Loretta who are Toastmasters among the mentees. So equally, we picked people who are suitable, and not just because they belong to Toastmasters. So you have to agree. Don't worry about that, Vinus. That must be sorted out between you and your mentor. But basically, we want it to run for 3 months, then after the festive and maybe after January, and see if it can continue. Because you find that as you start, and whatever is you set to do does not, perhaps your goals go beyond 6 months. So there must be room for that flexibility, but of course not over a year, because then you will deprive others that need also that mentorship. So I hope that has answered your question, Vinus. Okay. Any other questions or concerns? Before I want to allow Mwansa to introduce herself, as well as Marshall. You introduce yourself, what you do, and just anything else about you. We can start with Mwansa, Marshall, and William.
Good evening to everyone.
Good evening.
I'm Mwansa Chienge, and I will be one of the mentors. I am a civil engineer by profession, and outside of my work, I am a Toastmaster, and I'm also a creative enthusiast. I like to try out new things, do-it-yourself projects, and other artistic endeavors. And I look forward to this program. It will be a great opportunity for all of us to get to plant something into each other, something that will produce a good fruit. And I'm also looking forward to getting to know each of you. Thank you. And over to Marshall.
Felicitas, I think Marshall has dropped off. He's
Okay. Okay, thank you. We could go to William.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much for the opportunity. William here. Unfortunately, my camera is not working. Sorry for that. Yes, my name is William. I'm a singer and songwriter. I'm very interested in business also. I'm a very open-minded person. I love learning new things and improving. And I'm looking forward to learning a lot of things from this mentorship program. That's the reason why I'm very eager to be part of it. I don't have anything much to say. I think that's what I can say for now. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, William. We are very fortunate to be graced with a lot of musicians. I think I picked William. I picked also, I'm not sure whether it was Kennedy or.
Yes, it was Kennedy.
It was Kennedy. And I can't see Minetu Solomon. What happened?
Minetu has not responded. I think he's offline.
But he's on the page?
Yes, he's on the page.
Ah, okay. And okay, so I'm sure by the end of this we'll get a good song from these the musician and the writers, the songwriters. I'm looking forward to that as well. Okay, yeah. So there's something in the chat. Okay, so that's Lorato, and I'm still waiting to see your face, Lorato. You haven't opened the camera, or if you did, I missed it.
Okay, fine. You want to see my face, my real face.
Yes, we want to see the Malawian face.
The Malawian face, okay.
Yes. So the group is called FTK Mentorship, FTkEagle Mentorship, right, Solomon?
Yes, that's the name.
I can't seem to find myself in the group. I just don't know why.
Okay.
I don't know what's happening.
I'll try and add you.
Yes.
You can make me add me so that I add you.
All right, thank you so much. That would be highly appreciated.
You opened your camera?
I'm saying thank you so much. That would be highly appreciated.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see. Okay.
Yes, so this is my face.
Okay, so it's good for us to see the face behind. Lorato, there's something that I thought you could have shared. You didn't talk about you being an ambassador. Is it something like Miss Malawi or at one point? What was that?
Oh my goodness.
Sorry to put you on the spot, but I think it will help someone.
Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you so much for granting me the opportunity to speak. Yes, I am a Future Focus Empowerment Institute National Organization Ambassador to Malawi. I had the privilege to award Her Excellency Dr. Joyce Banda, the first female president of the Republic of Malawi. It was such an honor because the networking that happened there, boom, it was so nice. Okay, fine. Yes. And I also had the opportunity to award Dr. Alice Mbewe for her being a translation science champion. Furthermore, I am a Youth Visionary Award recipient in recognition of youth empowerment here in Malawi. Yes, that's all I have to share. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lorato. Thank you very much. So at least we know that if we want to get there, we could get there and we could ask how these things are done. How did you get to be an ambassador? So that's a chat for another day, I'm sure.
Okay, no problem.
I'm sure we'll get to have interesting chats on the group as Solomon will be doing those weekly chats with us. I'm sure he'll craft something that we'll all benefit from. So over to you, Solomon. I think we've done what we needed to do today. Thank you. Over to you.
So, thank you very much. Indeed, it has been an interesting and yet a good networking platform. So I'll just share a little story before we close in regarding to mentorship. I would like to confess that all what I am today is due to mentorship and riding on the shoulders of giants who are in front 20 years, 30 years ahead of me, and they have poured their experience in me, such that I believe with my little experience from the mentorship, I've accomplished that which I wouldn't have accomplished if I thought I wanted to journey it by myself. So I would like to admonish each and every mentee on this platform to take this opportunity as an opportunity that is going to transform your life, not only in mentorship, but also in your ability to convey and exchange ideas. Another thing that I would like to admonish the mentees on this platform is that commitment is the basis of success. If at all you are not committed, it affects even the other parts of your life. So it is not in one area of your life you say, this one I will not be committed. Immediately it skips in. I'm telling you the truth. It can affect other parts of your life. So be committed to this mentorship. You are going to see great results out of this opportunity. So it has been a good evening. I would like to take it back to our mentor to give us our closing remarks. We'll be having group interactions every week, every after fortnight, so that we can see our progress and how we are faring in our mentorship.
Thank you, Solomon. You've been a very a good moderator. Greatness surely awaits you. And I had an opportunity to give a talk to, there's a college called Lusaka Business and Technical College around Lusaka just this last week. And I couldn't resist sharing the fact that when I met Solomon in Toastmasters and he says, no, you should be my mentor, I was on exit of thinking I must now rest off this mentorship and leave it to Rizwana and Mwansa. But he really said, no. Before they do the next program, please. And little did I know that I'll end up being coached by Solomon. So I normally like to share this, that when you enter that that mentoring program, you will see that even your mentor will rely on you so much. Like I depend on him. Like for me to set up this meeting, I was just on Evers and calling him to say, what should I do? Which button and what and all. And he's coaching me in how to write a book. So this is what you can get as a mentor also from your mentee. Equally, as the mentee from mentors, you take out from them. They can also take out from you as much as they can. So I wish you all the best in this mentoring program and all the success in it. Let's put in the right energy. Don't rush through it or don't curse through it, so to say. Let's do it step by step. There are good mentors out there waiting to take you on. All the best, and let's continue interacting on the platform. My profound thanks to Rizwana, President Rizwana from Lusaka Executive, and VPE Mwansa from Lusaka Executive for coming in and giving me this support. I really appreciate this. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, our mentor, for those kind words. And thank you very much to the leadership of Toastmasters, because you have made this meeting possible. Thank you very kindly to everyone that made it possible to join, despite all the busy schedules that we had. So we're going to send updates on the group and continue interacting. So the next one, if you know a person that is on the platform, make sure that we become committed to reminding ourselves to say we are having a meeting so that we can keep up to date with how the mentorship is faring. So it is a kind evening to everyone. Till next time, FTK Mentorship Eagle. Thank you very kindly.
Thank you. You can end the recording.